Hi, everybody. My name's Jessica, and I'm with the San Mateo County Libraries. And today I'm going to show you how to make a pinch pot. So a pinch pot is a type of sculpture. It's a bowl like this. You can make it as big or as small as you want. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but see, it's a bowl like this, and that's what we're going to make today. So today you'll need something to sculpt. I'll be using Model Magic, but if you like, you could use regular clay, or you could use air dry clay or Play-Doh, any kind of dough or clay that you like. So let's go ahead and get started. So grab a big hunk of clay, and the more clay you get, the bigger your pinch pot will be. So let's see, how much clay did you grab? Let's see, show me. All right, that looks great. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna roll our clay into a ball. And we can do that by rolling it between our two hands like this. Or we could roll it on the table like this. However you want to do it, we're just gonna roll it into a ball. So how does the clay feel? Does it feel smooth? Does it feel rough? Is it really wet? Or is it dry? How is it feeling? Very cool. Okay. So let's see. So now that we have our round ball of clay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick our thumb right into the center here. And we're going to make a hole. And don't go all the way through. We just want to make like a little indentation because this is going to be the center of our bowl. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pinch the sides, and that'll make our bowl bigger. So go all the way around, pinching the sides out. And that's why they call it a pinch pot, because we're going to use this pinching technique. So go ahead and keep doing that. Keep pinching around and make your bowl as big as you want it to be. So what are you going to do with your pinch pot bowl? Are you going to keep it and put some stuff in it? Are you going to give it away? Who are you going to give it to? That sounds very cool. All right. So once we have our pinch pot the size we want it, I think I like how big this is. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. So go ahead and take as much time as you want, making it as big as you want to make it. I'll show you what the next step's going to be. So you could leave it like this and just kind of press it down on the table a little bit, just so that that base will kind of flatten out, and that'll make it so when it dries, it'll lay flat on the table instead of wobbling around. So another thing that you could do if you want, it's an option, if you want to add a little base for it to sit on, then we could go ahead and do that. So I'll show you how to add a little base if you like. So go ahead and grab a little bit more clay and go ahead just a little bit, and then you're going to roll it on the table into a little sort of coil, like a little rope, or kind of like a snake. It's going to be a long, thin piece of clay. And just make sure it's even. And if it's uneven, then go ahead and roll it back up into a ball and roll it out again. Just keep trying until you get it even. Eventually, you'll get it. All right. So once you have a little coil of clay, go ahead and smush the ends together and kind of pinch them so they are together. And now you have, this will be your base. And what shape is this? Can you tell me? What is it? That's right. This is a circle. Cool, very good. All right, so now you're just gonna put your little base on the bottom of your pinch pot, just like that. Kind of press it down so it sticks. And you can also just press it down just gently on the table a little bit so that it's a little flat, and that way it doesn't wobble when it dries. All right. Let's see. So you could leave your pinch pot like this, or you could add more shapes to the center of it. Like I could add some little pieces of clay. I could make little balls of these with my hands, and I could put them in the center there. Just to have if you want to put a little shape in the center there. Let's see. So maybe I'll put 3 little circles down. So there we go. Just if you want, you can put stuff in the middle there, and it'll dry like that, and it'll be a cool little extra something in the bowl. Or you could just leave it totally plain. So that's my pinch pot. And one other thing that you could do that's optional is you could paint yours too, and I can show you how to do that. And when you want to paint yours, you're going to want to set it aside to dry, and you'll probably want to have it dry overnight, and that way it's really dry and it's really easy to handle when you're painting. I'll show you how to paint mine just like this, but it's much easier to do when it's dry because then it won't squish and misshape at all when you're painting it. So what you need to paint is some water in a cup, a paintbrush, and some paints. So I have some paints here in my little bowl, and I have some purple and blue and red, and I'm just going to stick with those for now, and I'm going to go ahead and paint. I'm going to take my bowl, and I'm going to paint the outside first. So I'll put it upside down like that. And I'm going to go ahead and take some paint. I think I'm going to take some blue, and I'll just paint the outside. Just like this. What kind of color are you going to choose for your bowl? Will you choose just one color? Are you going to choose a couple of different colors? What are you going to do? There's so many options. All right. You can see I'm just, just painting just little strokes with the brush, just getting all of it covered as much as I want. And let's see, so I'm gonna rinse off my brush a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna do a different color for my little base center here. So let's see, why don't I do some yellow? I think that'll look cool. Just put a little bit of yellow on there. And remember that when you mix colors, sometimes they change into different colors. So I can already see I'm getting a little bit of that blue on my yellow here, and it's starting to turn it green. And that's what happens when you mix blue and green. It turns, or that's what happens when you mix blue and yellow, they turn green. All right, so now I have that. So normally you would let that go ahead and dry, which will take, maybe, depending on what kind of paint you're using, it could take, 10-15 minutes, or maybe it's going to take an hour. The more time you give it to dry, the better, because then you can, the longer you let it dry, the less chance of the paint getting sort of smushed or messed up. But even if it does, that's okay, because we could always touch it up and repaint it. All right, so now we can do the center, and what if we do a pattern? What if I take some yellow? What if I do a little bit of yellow here? I don't know if you can see, but like a little yellow. Yeah, there. And then a little bit of yellow here, and a little bit of yellow here. Let's see, so a pattern is repetition of color, so color repeating. So I have 3 little points of yellow, and then what if I put in between some red? So that'll be my pattern. My pattern will be yellow, red, yellow, red. Very cool. All right, let me show you. So there's that. And then I think I'll leave the middle blank, and maybe I'll go back and paint it later, or maybe I'll just leave it like this. You can leave your bowl however you like it. All right, so now you just leave your paint to dry, and then you're done. Then you've made your pinch pot. Let's see, what do you think? How does yours look? Can you show me? Oh, that looks great. I love it. Very good. All right. So don't forget to use our Steam Camp hashtags. If you're going to post any pictures to social media, the hashtag is hashtag SMCL Creates, and remember to tag the library at SMC Libraries. So here's the hashtag and our tag to use. If you do post, please do use the hashtag and tag us, because I'd love to see what you create. It's always so awesome to see what you guys come up with. All right. And don't forget, we have our Summer Learning Challenge happening right now. And that challenge is where you can earn a chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. So don't miss out. Details can be found at summerlearners.org. And while I'm here, I want to remind everyone that it's census time. It's safe and easy to do at my2020census.gov. So I just want to remind all the grown-ups out there to make sure that they go ahead and fill out their census. All right, that wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. And until then, check out smcl.org for more great library resources. All right, thank you so much, and goodbye.